I don't want nobody up here again help.
Anybody deep in the box, we know if talk, we are kicking out as you say, hey, because we can't shout, I have my host. Saying, I mean, when I don't talk, I'm just there for help out if you do it for the item. Saying, and if the item.
Squitty, good night.
Yes, brother, good
Squitty,
night.
Good night.
Yeah, man, bless
Good
up,
night, panel. Mr. Squitty, may I say this to you, Squitty? May I say you this to you? Please. You make some talk about the rules them in the box. You went away a while ago. Mikey asked a question and you specifically said when a question asks, one next question can pose. Question need answer. So hear me, Mikey make.
You get it wrong.
Yeah, man, just hold on. Mikey asked a question and he never did a go good. Man, I beat round bush and I come back. You are the moderator. Deal with it good. Me go jump back down and me go let down in the section there and listen. Man love beat round bush. We not go take that.
Hold on, brother. The show not start yet. I do in the show, me I say the man have to answer a question enough. The show not start yet, brother. The show go start with Okie Van Vegas. I just run the man that run up the motor a while ago. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I know that man. The show go start now.
Boy.
So the idea mute on the mic. Everybody mute on the mic who wants to stay at the back. If you not disrupt and a button, you don't know say it go off. See? So Vegas. Unmute your mic, Vegas.
Yeah, man.
Now unmute your mic. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're gonna run it for an hour. You know want to go for an hour?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
all right. And each one want to talk for 4 minutes or 5 minutes.
About 5. 5.
5 minutes good?
Yeah, man.
All right, 5 minutes. And if a man asks a question and the next man I said, no, me no go there, sir. You have to go there, sir. You have to answer it.
As long as you're not. No, me don't want nobody ask me not about people's personal life. Me not answer.
No, man. Hold on, okay. A policies.
Yeah, man. Anything within the politics, we answer the question.
Nothing personal. You got to talk about economy, security, health, road and infrastructure, and what else you don't want to talk about?
Education, agriculture. Education, agriculture,
okay,
security.
Education. Hold on. Agriculture. So, when do you want to start it first? Security, health, road.
Security, yeah, man. Security we have started, man. Security.
When do you want to start with security?
Yeah, me want to start with it.
Okay, and each topic, we not debate it for 20 minutes. That means you can go 2 rounds. Or 5 minutes per each topic. Eh?
Yeah, man. Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Perfect. So,
that sounds good.
So just want to bless up. Just a quick introduction we hear about. I just want to bless up the audience, bless up the panelists.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, teacher. Hope we can have a respectful reasoning with some with 100% decorum. We're here to put forward factual information. No to the type of reasoning. So hopefully we can get a good conversation. And so you can make an introduction and you can start with your crime.
Make an introduction, okay, and then we get going.
All right. You know, we hear this rumors about the crime. You understand? And we know that Jamaica have crime problem for many years now. And it started in the 70s. It started in the 70s when Michael Manley was the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And because of power struggle, why this crime started? Because Manley was a beloved Prime Minister who is for Jamaicans. And the success of Jamaica today is the policies of Manley. So because they know that Manley was so beloved, the crime started in about 1975 coming down. when me a little boy, the crime started. Now, we had 800 and odd people died in the 1980 election. You understand? Then after, it cut down until in the 90s again, under the PJ Patterson-led government, we had a lot of crimes. You understand? That they have PJ Patterson as the crime boss. But PJ Patterson cannot be the crime boss. Andrew Holness is the crime boss when we do statistic. Because George J. Davis came on Nationwide and he criticized the comrade prime minister so much. So listen to this.
One served for 9 years, one served for 14 years. Under whose administration Jamaicans got murdered? Who is the murder prime minister?
We'll also remember you, Mr. Percival, as the murder prime minister. Because it was on your watch that we hit murders 1,000 for the year for the first time and sustained it. 1992, 629 murders. 93, 654 murders. 94, 690. 95, 780. 96, 925. 97 for the first time ever. 1,000, 1,038 for good measure. 98, 953. 99, 849. 2,887. 2001, 1,139. 2002, 1,045. 2003, 976. 2004, 1,471. And as a last lick, Mr. Percival, in 2005, your last full year, 1,674. So in the time you were at the wicket, Mr. Percival, 13,710 Jamaicans murdered in their own country. Private security exploded because everybody are grid up. I try keep possession and limbs and lives safe. On your watch, the record will show more Jamaicans lost their lives to the gun and to murder on your watch than everybody else. That's how we will remember you.
So I just listen to George Davis from Nationwide, dissing up the legend, Most Honorable PJ Patterson. But what I want to address is George Davis referring to PJ Patterson as the murder prime minister. And he gave some figures and said because of those figures, more people died under PJ Patterson than anybody else. Now, I'm not attack George, but I want to call him because I'm going to attack him argument. So, I double check the figures because I don't believe them neither. But the figures look all right. And what he said is that 13,710 people were murdered while PJ Patterson was prime minister. Now, one of the things we never tell you, so you have people who can lie by omission. But one of the things that George Davis never tell you is that it's 14 years PJ Patterson was prime minister for. So 14 years, 13,710 people died. And he referred to him as the murder prime minister. Now listen to this. 2016.
All it is, brother. Time up. 5 minutes. Mr. Vegas. Now at 6:44, your time up 6:49.
Yeah, man. Thanks for actually. I wish you had let him finish what he was playing.
Yeah, but that's why I finish it. Him said let me finish it.
Yeah,
You
go ahead.
want to finish it?
Yeah, I'll give him the courtesy.
All right, go on.
1,354 people died in 2016. 1,647 in 2017. 1,287 in 2018. 1,339 in 2019, 1,323 in 2020, 1,474 2021, 1,498 2022, 1,393 2023, 1,141 2024. That gives you a total of 12,456 in 9 years.
All right.
No.
Hold it there for now. Hold it there for now.
No, man, me not finish yet, man.
So to compare Andrew Wallace 9 years,
But hold on, the problem you have no, though. I thought you were going to wrap it up quicker. But you can't, I'm here to have a conversation with you, and I promise you, I won't be playing. I will not be taking my whole 5 minutes to play, play something.
average comes out at.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Mute the mic now, man.
No.
Okay. At 6 minutes,
Yeah, man,
Yeah, man. So I'm happy that he played that. I'm happy that he played that. You see.
All right, your time start at 6:46 Vegas.
Yeah, man. You see, him can skip and dance and ask for Ralston for help, but that won't help him to go around the truth. The truth is, when PJ Patterson took government, is where the murder rate was. PJ Patterson, when he took government, the murder rate jumped from about 400, and by him leave office, the murder rate was close to 1,700. That is something when nobody can deny. In 1992, the murder rate was 629, and by PJ Patterson left office, in 2007, the murder rate was 1,584. PJ Patterson, you're talking about Andrew Holness of 1,000 years in murder, whatever, in terms of figure. PJ Patterson, let me just give it from 2002 to when him leave. 1,045, 976, 2004, 1,471, 2005, 1,674, 2006, fluctuate, 1,340, 2007, 1,584. The administration changed down in September, around there, right? So when anyone come talk about PJ Patterson, compared to this administration, when fighting crime, PJ Patterson is nowhere near Andrew Holness policies when it comes to fighting crime. We have invested so much in this the security apparatus. The monies that we invested in the security apparatus, PNP has never done that in the whole PJ Patterson time, 18.5 years in government. Yeah? The police, them used to have wear some tear-up helmet. The police, them are overweight. Them uniform. A bus off of them. The police them look chaka on the road with them station when they go in a station. Rain a fall through the roof them. Peel and pan set up. I catch water at the police station them. It's the first time in our history of this country the Jamaican people them are standing with the police officers them. It's the first time in history the police officers them have good quality conditions to work under. Proper vehicle, uniform, gears, police station, clean when I go in a police station. Police now feel worry. Say gunman come raid them police station and analyze them. The police station them well up to date now with technological devices set up. We just listen to the Prime Minister and the Minister of Security, the Ministry of Security meeting. And they were speaking on cameras that they installed to man the security force and whosoever we're in camera. So there is no comparison when it comes on to this administration and PJ Patterson. That is intellectual suicide they try to commit just now. We are a country with a murder rate under 700, under 500 when this man take office. And by the time this man left office, our people were dying like dogs in the street. And nobody, no one, none of the Minister of Security that he put in could stop the spreading of innocent people's lives in Jamaica. Do not compare Andrew Holness, who cares for the police them, who cares for the men in uniform and the women in uniform. Do not make that mistake again and never mention PJ Patterson beside Andrew Holness. Our Prime Minister implemented who's turning out to be one of the best commissioner we have ever seen. Intelligence, well up to date with technology. This is his field. When crime is up, and you're pointing out when crime was up, you fail to start your conversation by saying, big up Andrew Holness administration and the security apparatus for bringing us down from the numbers that drove people from our shores to numbers now where the world is looking at us and wondering if them can snatch our commissioner. Because as soon as Andrew Holness was the vision, choose people and put them in place to make our country better, people start saying, no, we need him. We need her. We need him. So don't make that mistake. Mr. Blake has taken this country under his wings.
Time up there, sir. Now at 6:51. Omalo. No, Omalo. O'Keefe. Sorry, O'Keefe. Step up, O'Keefe.
Yeah, man. So Vegas, you don't answer. You do 6 minutes worth of talking, and me no as a teacher, and say if you mark a paper for you, me no know what me the mark say because when me kick it off, a data me work with Mr. Vegas. Andrew Holness, you said, and PJ Patterson. PJ Patterson ruled for 14 and a half years, you have to say. And Andrew is in now for 9 years. Listen.
979 people murdered each year under PJ Patterson. You do the same thing for Andrew Holness. 12,456 divided by 9. And the average comes out at 1,384 people murdered each year under Andrew Holness after he promised us to sleep with our doors and our windows open. So George Davis, based on this, may I ask you now, who is the murder prime minister? Who would you refer to as the murder prime minister? The average would tell you that if Andrew Holness finished this year, he's going to go to 13,800 and change based on his average. And that is 10 years compared to 14. So, brethren.
Let me stop it right there. So PJ ruled for 13 and for 14 years. And PJ crime was 13,700 and Andrew for 9 years is 12,456. And when you do your calculation, you find out who is the crime boss. Let me tell you something. Andrew told the people that with the door it open and crime was so rampant that he tries everything. He tried the SOS, which is the state of emergency. Now, how can you use a state of emergency to fight crime? State of emergency, you know what state of emergency is? State of emergency when you take away the rights of the citizens of Jamaica. A police, you can't just get caught up, your vehicle brought down, and a police so vindictive, say animal level, human problem as a man. Him carry you, go lock you up and put down the chain here. You cannot come up because what? The citizens has no right. It's a failure. So the opposition said, no. He tried it, the Zozo was also a failure. No. So last year, he came out with 1,100 and something murders, a lot of people are unalive, right? Now, this is May. The best figures ever is of last April, right? Last April. Now, how can you give Andrew Holness credit when Andrew Holness and Sleepy Joe, who is Dr. Chang, don't come out with a policy? Dr. Blake as a police, Dr. Blake as its strategy, You understand? Andrew Holness not give him a strategy like when PJ Pattis the crime was getting out of hand. PJ try with Operation Arden. Me no say it didn't work. He try with acid. Me no say it work. And the last one with Adams. Me no say it work. But PJ come out and he try something with the crime. You understand? Andrew Holness do nothing more than just this year alone. We see a reduction just this month, so there is nothing to brag about because he comes with no idea to say this is coming from the Prime Minister. Let me tell you something. I have a crime plan well put down. That's when Marky G becomes the Prime Minister, you're not going to see the reduction of crime. Land this up.
All right. Well, 55, 56. Yeah, you're right on time. Okay, Mr. Vegas.
You know what? I will give you some credit for putting a crime plan together. Trust me. I will give you some credit because you know what? I am sure with your level of idiotic statements, they will gladly accept your crime plan. Of course they would. They should. Because Peter Bunting, who cried the last time he was Minister of National Security and asked for divine intervention because he did not know how to solve crime and violence in this country, is now saying that he's going to use fishermen instead of our Coast Guard vessels. Of course I would use your crime plan if I were Mark Golding. It must be better. Of course it must be better than Peace Management Initiative. Put it forward. I will be there cheering you on. Because I know Peace Management Initiative is just spending money on guns to keep crime down. And when the money run out, them turn it up back and wait for some more money to keep it down again. Why wouldn't I? And how dare you call yourself a teacher? Your license should be revoked for comparing 14 years versus 9 years, and then you claim you have an average that you're comparing. No wonder our children are suffering from the lack of good teachers. No wonder you have to cut and go teach someone with the children them easier to deal with. Because these children, if them not listen to our good educated teacher, would they listen to an idiot talking about 14 years compared to 9 years and averaging it and comparing it and paralleling it? You're fooling anybody, brother. This administration that you're running behind, the only thing I saw them do since they're going after Andrew Holness is talk about they don't ready to put forward the plans yet because Andrew gonna thief it. So it's good that you have a plan. I hope you share it with us on the platform. And I hope Andrew Holness don't thief your plan. Go ahead.
You don't know, brother? You still have time, you know?
It was quick enough, so I just doing the honor.
Mr. Vegas, it shows
Right.
your level that you're like a football kicking around. Like when I was younger, I used to teach physical education. And you know, you're teaching the young how to kick football. Yeah, debating with you coming like a kick in a football. Because if you cannot understand PJ Pattis rule for 14 years and for as a prime minister and Andrew Holness is 9 years. All of PJ Pattis 14 years of unalive was 13,700. That is PJ Patterson unalive murder rate for 14 years. Andrew Michael Holness unalive murder rate for 9 years is 12,456. So when you do your calculation, Mr. Vegas, which me now go, you have to pay me for me do it. Which one more have a heavier murder rate? Is 14 years. The man who was 14 gone 13,700, and the man who then 12,456. Who is the murder boss? It has to be Dr. Michael Andrew Holness. You're talking about police commissioner. The best police commissioner that Jamaica have ever gotten was Colonel Trevor Macmillan, a disciplined man. He was not a man of corruption. So when you're talking about police commissioner, I am not saying Dr. Blake is not, I'm watching him because I have spoke with both PNP police, JLP police, and I must commend him. He came and he's reforming the police force. All the promotions that were available because Anthony Anderson collect the government money off a false pretend. Anthony Anderson done nothing for the 4 years that he served as commissioner of police. Nothing. You understand? Nothing. He has no initiative. So, Mr. Vegas, just sit down, ask a maths teacher if he compare 12,456 in 9 years and 13,700 for 14 years, and ask the maths teacher who have the most crime. It has to be Andrew Michael Holness. Now you're talking about body cameras. Police have any body camera? What did Jamaica of Justice demonstrate the other day for? To say we are not against the police to fight crime, but we don't want the police to analyze innocent people. So we'd like them to have body camera on them. Because what happened with some of these police are abusive, And when they gain power, then we do outer than this. As I said last night on the program, if any police know said that person is an unalive man, and they have good evidence of unalive man, and then go film. Unalive him. Me don't have no problem with that. But the police can abuse them power. Like the little boy, lock up the little boy, to the little boy, don't open him phone. How can I how hard is that? Beat up the little school youth to the youth say, me not like police. Me a teacher, what youth say, me not like Mr. Sanders, me go to beat up the youth. So, I am saying nothing is wrong, but we need better, we need some cameras, body cameras, spend the money, because we have a whole heap of money, what we go up in what do for some foolishness and corruption, what police force could equip far better. And let me tell you, the best the police force have ever equipped when it was Colonel Trevor Macmillan was the commissioner of police. That's the best the police have ever equipped. I'm a land this up.
All right. Vegas. Last one on this,
Yeah. At this point,
the last one on security question.
At this point, and please, if I have offended you prior, I apologize, because I'm not trying to launch personal attack on you. I said your statement was idiotic, and I understand you want to get a little bit energetic, because trust me, what I can understand. Yeah, you're basically catching off straw. Trevor Macmillan from 1993 to 1996, sir. Go and check what the crime rate was, brother, and how it moved. Go and check that, sir, before you can even mention Trevor Macmillan with Mr. Blake. No, to go back to your point, because you're a quote-unquote teacher and you want to sound smart. If you're going to measure or calculate 14 years of PJ Patterson with Andrew Holness is 9 years, are you saying to me that you already have the numbers that Andrew Holness is going to do for the next 9 years, sir? That's a question you may open your microphone and answer, because I would love to know what is going to be the murder rate for the next 9 years, sir.
Mr. Vegas,
It's not your time. I just asked you what is going to be the murder rate.
I think just have to answer the question. Sorry about
what is going to be the murder rate for the next 5 years? Because I want to do the 14 by 14 average, sir.
So the next 9 years,
Yes, sir.
the next 9 years, Mark Golding will be Jamaica Prime Minister. So
Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for your answer. So you're saying basically you will compare PJ Patterson's 14 years and Andrew Holness's 9 years, and then you will say Andrew Holness was at the
thank you very much.
murder rate, right?
According to statistics and data.
We're not doing a quarrel. So you're saying basically you will stop Andrew Holness's check Andrew Holness's 9 years and compare to PJ Patterson's 14 years, and then you will say, okay, Andrew Holness has a higher murder rate, right?
Average.
Average, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it will not be biased, right?
No, it can't be biased.
Okay,
14 and 9, it can't be biased, Mr. Vegas.
Fine. I just wanted to get that out of you. People, if you're listening, people, this is supposed to be a teacher, and he's actually telling you that PJ Patterson did 14 years and he calculated the 14 years. Ask yourself this question, people. Why didn't he go for 9 years inside of the 14 years that PJ Patterson did and calculate that with Andrew Holness's 9 years? Why didn't he do that? Because he knows that if he does that, he is going to look like an idiot, right? And I'm sure that teacher is not an idiot. He's a good teacher. He's a great teacher. And he's just like, he's turned himself into one of the so-called PNP vloggers on the internet who decides that they're not going to speak anything true to power. They're going to attack everything this administration does, whether crime, whether economy, doing good, whatever. This is just their memo. This is just their apparatus, how they're going to try and bring out Andrew Holness, because they know once they put the numbers together, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for a man to tell you that he's going to compare 14 years to 9 years, and he's not going into the 14 years to select 9 years out of the 14 years and compare to 9 years of Andrew Holness. He's simply telling us that anyone who has an average intelligence when it comes on to mathematics will know that this is nonsense. The problem is here. The PNP cannot run on what's happening in the country. He's out here trying. This is his last hope for Mark Golding. Cautioning all of them. They're now planning to go beg on TikTok. We have the audio if you need it. They're planning now to go and beg on TikTok. This is their last hope. This is just a loudmouth teacher who I highly have respect for, because I respect all our teachers. Hope that he will come back to Jamaica to enjoy some of the benefits that our teachers will be getting. And I know he can't wait to get into that. But this man is just here throwing out semantics after semantics after semantics. Talking about Macmillan? What? You're not serious, brother. You didn't come here. Sir, there's a problem with you people. You hear that you're going to come to have a conversation, and you took it for a joke. You took it for a joke. You came here playing Ralston, talking nonsense, and think that people now can't do their own research, sir. What are you doing? We have the greatest administration in the history of Jamaica when it comes down to crime fighting. We are not going back to Peter Divine Bunting, asking God to help him to fight crime, because he cannot do it. God help those who help themselves. PNP should not see back this government. They have to go change the name. They need to change it. As a matter of fact, there's no more PNP party. These risers that are running around spreading propaganda and telling lies and cannot give credit when credit is due.
All right.
It's a simple dishonest.
Mr. Vegas, time up. Stick up in there. Well, we've finished the topic there.
No, hold on. Let me rebut a minute there. 1 minute, let me rebut 1 minute.
No, brother, you get the time, brother. You get the time and play a man in a 5 minutes. I'm not staying here all night with you, bro.
Go again.
Let's go.
No, man, let me just want
Let's
man.
go. No. Next topic.
Understand mathematics.
Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up. Next record. Next conversation. Next conversation.
You got 3 rounds on it, and Vegas got 3 rounds on it.
No
then,
more than that.
And it depends. So we're going to move
reduction,
on to L.
crime reduction 39%. Take that in your cup. Done.
Okay,
for 1 month.
Ready?
L, to what go first? People at the box on the right down all the thing with the first one, you know. Saying on the right down all the thing with the first round. All right, we're going with L now. What's that?
Let Vegas go. Let me go first already.
Go on Vegas. You let me go the first one. Go on Vegas. Now at 7:10. Your time up 7:15.
As usual, the PNP are only out there spreading propaganda when it comes down to healthcare. As usual, they cannot give credit where credit is due. As a matter of fact, the PNP will be ready to tell you that, oh, people are in Jamaica sleeping on chairs. Somebody mic up, open.
Yo, guys, close your mic. Nobody might not supposed to say, now, we know. Yeah, go on, Vegas.
People will readily tell you, people are in Jamaica sleeping on chairs, can't get any beds. What they will not tell you, that we have been having a capacity issue for the longest while. In 2008, just after the Bruce Golding administration, people were sharing beds in our hospitals. The Jamaica Gleaner, December 7, 2008. As if labor pains were not enough, many expectant mothers on the labor wards at the public hospital are forced to share beds with another pregnant woman, with other pregnant women. 29-year-old mother of two who gave birth to her second child on the morning of November 22nd at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital tells the Sunday Gleaner that without warning, she had to make room for another patient on the small bed she occupied before giving birth. That is 2008. What was PJ Patterson doing all this time? The PNP and their risers have no moral authority to speak on healthcare in this country. As a matter of fact, I went to the Spanish Town Hospital when my ENT specialist, Dr. Brown, invited me. And the condition was so deplorable, I tried to help. And the then administration, PNP administration, had to go through the amount of red tape to offer a little help. That I ended up getting a euphoric concert, charity concert for the mustard seed communities. Look it up. This administration has managed to cut our deficit by almost 50%, that we now have money to spend expanding our hospitals. So before you come here and talk any nonsense about people suffering in our hospitals, think before you speak. I gave you the information. And if you want more, I can point you to Dr. Dawes. Dr. Alfred Dawes. His words stand supreme as one of your colleagues. People were wearing protective gears that were plastics, plastic gloves, plastic apron, garbage bag. Our nurses and doctors are coming from garbage bags for protective gears. If I were you, I would sit out this one and say, Vegas, take my time. This is one conversation you're not ready for, brother. But I wish you luck. Go ahead.
You have 2 minutes now.
Let him go ahead, brother.
Vegas.
Go ahead, brother. Let him go ahead.
Vegas, all your talk a while ago out of your mouth was just trash.
Debunk it with facts.
You said empty barrel makes
Debunk
the
it with
most
facts.
noise.
I just give you all facts. Debunk
Let
it
me
with
tell
facts.
you something when it comes to health.
Debunk it with facts.
Let me start back with health. Michael Manley was the one who started proper health care in Jamaica. When Michael Manley came to office in 1972 of February, my name Ban, but me read, right? Michael Manley, the bauxite, the US company and the Canadian company own all the bauxite. Michael Manley took away the bauxite from them and the Jamaica government started to run it. Michael Manley used the money and Michael pumped it into health, education. We're focused on health at the moment. Now, people teeth used to rotten. People mouth used to think because of they were poor and poor personal hygiene. As a little boy, I remember when Michael Manley there were some little dentist bus that comes in the school, and they give you toothpaste, they give you toothbrush, and they teach you how to brush your teeth and all of these things, teach you personal hygiene. Michael Manley, free health costs for all Jamaicans, right? The Cuban doctors, you're getting a lot of Cuban doctors and nurses in Jamaica out to help to combat some of these diseases in the country, right? Michael Manley lost the election. Say I got send home the whole of the Cuban doctors out of the country and nurses and cut ties with Cuba. And our health went up into a mess. That's when the PNP won the election 1989. All the hospitals were in a deplorable condition, right? Peter Phillips became the minister about 93. I don't quite remember the year when Peter Phillips became the health minister. And Peter Phillips refurbished every one of the national hospitals in Jamaica. Peter Phillips turned Mandeville into a top-class hospital. He refurbished Kingstown Public Hospital into a top-class hospital, the best in the Caribbean. Maypen Hospital was a little hospital down there named Denby, right? Peter Phillips reformed it and make it become a hospital. And for Clarendon, that's Clarendon people know when Lionel Town can't manage it as Spallings, they can either go Mandeville or they go to Maypen Hospital. And that's the only hospital where we give a Jamaica government a credit for that bill, the Maypen Hospital. All the other hospitals were built by colonial government. But Peter Phillips refurbished all the hospitals, right? You know what Siaga did in the 80s? Siaga closed on Chapitan Hospital. Chapitan is in the bush. You're an entertainer, so you know Jamaica good. You travel all over. Chapitan is in the bush, recline on colleges. Chapitan provide for Kellit, Blackwood, Summerfield, Pennant, Ballas River, Orange River, Crooked River, all of those places. Siaga closed down the hospital and turned it into a community hospital. Siaga closed down Alexander Hospital into St. Anne. Closed it down and also turned it up a community clinic. You understand? Siaga laid off the community health aides that Michael Manley implement those people to help out with health in the community. They were called community land.
1 second, brother. 1 second, brother. 1 second.
Everything
that I said earlier on, notice I'm giving you a source. Please, I'm not going to continue this conversation with this man if he's only swinging out mud and he has no evidence to support it. We have enough time. We have enough time for him to show us what he's talking about. This is just pure noise.
The big screen and show the head show on have.
So I want him to show us these hospitals that Andrew closed down.
Mr. Vegas.
I want
Mr.
you.
Vegas, go do a research. Siaga closed down Chapitan Hospital.
Sir. We have 347 people here. We need information that says Siaga closed down hospitals in Jamaica. I want you to give me the information of the PNP refurbishing Maypen Hospital and the final outcome. That is what I need. We're not being
Mr. Vegas, look here. Mr. Vegas, let me tell you something. Let me tell you straight. I am a walking encyclopedia.
Thank you, source.
Me no grow up in a computer. Voila, Mr. Vegas. Me no grow in a computer world. When we study A library, me have to go study and read from
Mr. Host.
encyclopedia when I was studying. So me
Mr.
not
Host.
going to
Hold
technology.
it, okay, hold it there.
Mr.
Hold it
Host,
there, sir.
Mr. Host,
Yes, sir.
please. If this conversation is going to be about him being a walking encyclopedia and he cannot provide any evidence of what he's saying, this is a waste of my time.
No, but Mr. Vegas, just continue with the facts. And let people know tell you who we
We have 349 people here. This man just said, see, I got closed down hospitals in Jamaica.
Two hospital, Chapelton Hospital and Alexander